in this video, we're going to make our stepper mount. Now, as you can see, I've already drawn this, but I'm going to back up and redo it for your benefit. Actually, what I'm going to do is just going to start a new drawing for you, and then that way it'll just be a little bit easier. So we'll go to File, New Design, and I'm going to save this as XZ stepper mount video, and it's going to be in the video series folder. I'll save it. Alright, so we're starting from fresh. We want to go up to Sketch, create a sketch. I want to select this back plane here, and then I want to do a circle. Now you can go up to Sketch, Circle. So we hit C for center circle, and then the first circle needs to be 73.03. If you hit Tab and then click the mouse button, it'll put the dimension in. Then we need to do another one. This needs to be 50.8. Again, hit Tab, hit Enter, or click the mouse button, and that'll put that dimension in there. Now what this dimension allows you to do is you can double click on that dimension, and now you can change it. And then click on it. Makes it easier to change your dimensions. 73.03. Okay. And then one last circle. And that one is 31.75 millimeters. Make sure you get it aimed so that you can read your dimension here. Alright. Now we want to go to Sketch, Rectangle, Center Rectangle. Click on the center here. We want to go 101.6, which is 4 inches. Hit Tab, 101.6. Tab again, and Enter. Go back again, center rectangle. .9. Tab, 88.9. All right. Okay, one last dimension. We want to go back up, Sketch, Rectangle, Center Point. And we need to go 69.6, 06, excuse me. 69.06. And those will be for our holes. To Sketch, Circle, and this will be 5 millimeters. Alright, and then go Sketch, Circular Pattern, Sketch, Rectangular Pattern. We want to select the objects right here. And we're going to move it over. We just want two holes. And it needs to be 69.06. Okay. And in this direction we need 2. 69.06. Maybe negative direction. There we go. And you can see now that we have all 4 of our holes. We can click OK. Now let's get rid of this box here. Highlight it, select delete, 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 delete. And these holes will be to mount our stepper motor. Alright, we can stop our sketch. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we're going to go over to the front side here. We're going to go modify, press pull. We can select this, 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 not this, not this, not that. Just these 2 right here. And we want to move it 3.175, 3.175. Okay. Turn our sketch back on. This area here. Press pull. We want to move it 1.575. Okay. This will be our recess for our stepper motor here. We'll go over to the back side here. We want to move this area here. Press pull. Get it turned so you can see it. There we go. We want to move it in a negative direction. And we want to move it 9.525. Okay. Then right click right here, press pull. I'm going to select this area. And we want to move it 3.175. Okay. And then this last section right here, press pull. We want to move it. It's the same. Excuse me. Go back down here in your timeline to this last right click, edit feature, and we want to select this area as well. Select this area. Can we not select both? There we go. Is that right? You look at it and make sure. It looks good. Okay. Go to this one here. Let's see this one. Right click. Edit feature. And we want to select this one too. There we go. Alright, let me take a look. There we go. That looks pretty good right there. Make sure we save it. Alright. Okay. this right here, this area is a little bit too thick. I'm going to be putting some screws here, bolts here, to mount this. So let me give it a little bit more meat there. Let's go back to this feature, click Edit Feature, and select this area as well. And I think that'll be good. Click OK. There we go. That gives me a little bit more meat there to bolt to. Okay. Now, if you hit this home button, it puts it back in the isometric view here. Now we need to create some threads in our holes here. Hold down Control and select all 4. We're going to be doing 5mm. Select OK. You can see it threads it for us. We'll save that. Alright. Now we're going to be bolting our spacer. So what I'm going to do, sketch, create sketch on this face here. And I'm just going to draw me a line so I can hit L. Find the center. And go. Sorry. My mouse has been acting up. Alright. Can I turn it? There we go. So I want to draw a line from here to there. And then I want to put a point in the center. Remember, the triangle gives me the center. And that's good. So I can stop the sketch. And I can create a hole. You can click on the center of your hole here, and then you can click on your dot and it'll pop it right over to the center. We're going to do a simple hole. Again, the thread size is M4. And we can go through, that'll be good. Click OK. Now, I'm sure there's a way to put that hole directly in the center of this box. However, I'm not sure if I know how to do that, but let's give it a shot. So go create hole, and I want this face, and see there's no point here, so I don't know where the center is exactly. So I don't know how to get it directly in the center. Let me cancel that. If somebody knows how to do that, please feel free to let me know. So I'm going to create another sketch. Going to draw me a line here. And then put me a point. In the center. I can stop my sketch. And then I can create a hole. Over to there. OK. Okay, so we have a hole there, and on the bottom, no, there and there. Okay. So now with those two holes in place, I should be able to see the dot that I made previously and just put a hole. So let's go create a hole. We're going to do it on this face. See if I can move it. If I zoom in, I should be able to get it right on top of that hole, if it's not already on top of that hole. Looks like it was. Okay. Oh, it kind of snaps to it. There we go. Okay, there we go. And then we'll do the same thing right here. Create hole on this face. Zoom in. Okay. Looks pretty good. Alright, just on top of there. Alright, so I think I'm good now. Let me turn these sketches off. Let me see what we look like. Okay, have our 4 holes. Now you notice that, I noticed that the holes kind of go into this, and that might be a little thick. Let me measure that and see what that is. 4.75 millimeters. Okay. Let's see if we can modify that. If you move over these in the timeline, you can kind of see which one is which. And that looks like that one. So let me edit it. And let's just go maybe -2 millimeters. There we go. Now we've cleared that. This pocket right here is just for clearance for our coupling. That's all it's used for. So that'll be good. Okay, one last thing. Let's, for our stepper mount here, go to Create Threads. And we want to select these holes that we just made. Right here. Hold Control. Select all of these. Control. Control. Make sure it says 4 up here in the selected. They're going to be M4s. Okay. That's our stepper motor mount. Now, you can round these corners off if you wish. Go to Modify Fillet. Select these edges here. And one more. We can also get these edges a little bit if we wish, and maybe Just knock the edge off, millimeter maybe. Alright. There we go. Now that we have our mount made here, let's save it. Then we can go over to our completed project here. And again, we'll go to our data panel. We'll find our XY stepper mount. Right click, select Insert into Current Design. Okay, we're going to have to go down 25 millimeters. Is that correct? And let's see, we're going to go back. Let's see, 130. Okay, that's not enough. 135. 32. See if we can do point to point with this edge here, maybe. There we go. Maybe that's good. There we go. Finally. Woo! Okay. Now you can see this. You can round this edge over here too if you'd like. Alright. So one last item we need to do for our stepper motor mount here. We drilled the holes here, or drew the holes, I should say, in our mount here, but we need to draw them into our spacer as we did over here. We just need to put them over here. So what I want to do is I want to go back to my spacer drawing. I want to pull up my data panel, and I want to insert the stepper into the current design. We'll just do this temporarily. Select point to point to move this, and I want to select this point right there. And this point right there. And that should put it directly where it needs to go. Okay. Click OK. And now that we have our stepper mount in the right orientation, now we can go ahead and put these holes here. So we just need to put some right here. So I'm going to go create hole. I click on this area right here. That's where we're going to put our hole. And again, I just want to move this over the top of the hole we have here. Right, we just need to get it over the center of our hole. That looks pretty good. It just needs to be 6.35 millimeters deep. It's only a 1/4 inch. 4.2 diameter. And we want a countersink and the countersink needs to be 9 millimeters. Select OK. Alright. So we have our hole. Now, of course, you don't have to use countersink screws. You could use socket head screws. Doesn't really matter. None of this is going to be seen. So whatever you have, just use that. Okay. So we just need to keep repeating this. And it remembers the last size you used. So we just need to line it up over our hole here. Okay. The next one, we can hit H. Way off here. There we go. Okay. And one more. Hit H again. Select our hole. Select holes up here. Right, looks pretty good. Okay. That takes care of our spacer holes that we needed for our stepper block here. So we don't longer need this in our spacer drawing here. So I'm going to just delete that. We only needed it just for our hole placements, and now we have it, so we can save that. And because we already put this into our complete drawing, you can see it gives me a warning saying that this particular item here has been modified and it's out of date, and you can see the holes aren't here. So we just right click on it and go to Get Latest, and then it will update. And now you can see our holes are in here. Okay, so now we've completed our X-axis ball screw stepper mount for the Precision Matthews 727 CNC conversion. Stay tuned for the next videos. We'll be starting on our Y-axis and then to our Z-axis. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. If you have any tips for Fusion 360, always looking for better ways to speed up things and improve the overall design. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and as always, be safe.